ladies and gentlemen, my name's Amanda from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk and I am on day 2 of 7 of my special series to highlight the new ink colours. I'm calling it a festival of colour. It's a little bit of a personal challenge as well as a YouTube challenge to encourage me to craft more often, and also to try and blog every day. So I'm doing a seven days back to back. Each project will be showing the new ink colours. So today it's dragonflies again. I didn't realise when I planned these projects, because I do have all the samples made. I didn't realise that I'd used dragonflies on 2, and here's yesterday's project. And below me I'd used a dragonfly there, but this is a different dragonfly. Okay, this is from the, let me show you. I've got everything piled up on the side of my desk. Dragonfly Dreams. And I just want to show you this and the matching dies. I'm going to be using this die here. This is like the solid one that cuts out just the stamped image so that you get this. There's loads of other dies inside as well, but I'm waffling on a bit because this is carrying over to the new catalogue, so it's a good set to have. But at the moment it's at a bundle where you buy them both together and save 10%. When it carries over, that bundle will be gone, and they will be available separately, so they'll cost more. So if you don't already have it, you know, it's worth thinking about getting while it's still at the bundle price. That's my sales pitch done. So I really enjoyed making these. I've used the new glitter enamel dots, which a lot of ladies should be starting to get the catalogues now. Demonstrators are sending them out. I know I've sent mine out, and these are stunning. I'm going to show you them. And this is a new embellishment, and they come in these set colours, and then they go from dark and fade. They're absolutely lovely, and they are domed and they are glossy, and they do have a glitter to them, so keep an eye out for those. So I'm just going to create one card. I have actually obviously done one in each of the 5 colourways, each of the 5 ink colours. It's really easy card, because sometimes I get stuck with colours, you know, and you'll see people and they'll use 3 or 4 different colours and it all blends and it looks lovely, and I'm not very good at that myself. So I find that if I can find a style that looks good with just the one colour, you know, you're good to go, aren't you? And you can make a whole batch in no time. So without further ado, let's get cutting, and I'm going to do the whole card from start to finish. So I'm using Whisper White, and to make my card base I want to cut my card at 11 inches. So you measure to the left. Okay, so you go up to, I want actually 11.5 inches. So that will just trim a sliver off the bottom of an A4 sheet. Okay, and then I want to turn it on the short side, and I want to cut it at 4. That way you're getting 2 out of a A4 sheet. And cut it at 4, and then you save that, and that will make another card base later. Turn it and go to 5 3/4, then move your cutting blade and score and fold, and that's your base. That's your base ready. You can put that to one side. And then I am using Berry Base, just because I think it's a nice bright one. I love all of the ink colours. I just thought this might show up on camera a bit better. So we want this cutting at 5.5 by 3 3/4. So 5.5 by 3 3/4. And then I haven't actually written the measurements down for the next one, so that will layer on there. And now I need my stamping layer, which is going to be another 1/4 inch shorter. So that means we want 5 1/4 by 3.5. And all of those measurements just simply go down in 1/4 inch increments. That's it. I'm going to save that for my sentiment. So then if you look, you've got your layers, and they all just fit nicely on top of each other, 1/4 inch gap all the way around. Right, we can move that now. So, as I say, I'm using the Dragonfly Dreams. So we're going to stamp this image here. I've already got it mounted on block E, because it is quite a nice large stamp. I've got a piece of card here that is not my card base. I don't want to stamp on my card base because I'm going to cut this out. So I'm using Berry Burst. I'm going to ink that up nicely and then stamp. Oh, I've got ink all over my block. I have to be careful. That's because I'm not on an even surface. So if it stamps extra ink, I'll do it again. Oh, that's alright. Look at that, beautiful. You've just got to make sure when you're stamping this, or if you're stamping quite a few at a time, I found that when I was using my Stamp and Scrub, it moved the tail. So make sure each time that you reposition that tail. So I'm just going to use my Stamp and Scrub, which I've started to have at the side of me all the time now when I'm stamping. Otherwise what I do is I forget to clean my stamps, and then it takes longer to get them clean if you don't do it straight away. So I'm just going to shut that for now because I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to need to bring my big shot in. Get my die. So it might wobble a bit. So I do apologise. I have got the magnetic plate, so it helps me keep them still. If you don't have it, a magnetic plate, it just helps keep... I got it when it was on offer. If you don't have one, just hold your die in place with a bit of washi tape. Or I've seen people use, you know, sticky notes, post-it notes. It'll work the same, doesn't matter. Put that on there, just pull it out. Right, sorry if my camera wobbles a bit now. It shouldn't do. I'll do it slowly. There we go. And then I'll wind it back just to make sure it's cut. And that then cuts out that stamped image with a lovely, just, you know, nice even white border all the way around that I just can't achieve when I fussy cut. Some people can do it, can't they? They can get that lovely even white border all the way around. Not me, can't do it. Right, so I'm going to start and assemble my card now. I'm using Fast Fuse. I'm just going to open my card a bit. So I put my colour layer on first. And all I did was just repeat the same process, but using a different coloured ink and a different coloured cardstock. And I did one for each of the 5 in colours. That's not terribly straight. Oh well, it's down now. It could have done with being a bit higher up, but it's down now, it's hard lines. Right, so what I'm going to do before I layer this on is I'm going to do my splatters. Whether they're paint splatters, somebody said that they could be pollen, whatever. It gives a nice artistic look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow my sample here, and I'm just going to stamp in each of the corners and then to the top. And I'm doing it and I'm stamping off first like so. Okay, I'm just going to turn that, and I'm going to do one in the corner, then stamp off because I just want it kind of faded. Turn it with one kind of in the middle, stamp off, and then I'll have that one like that. Okay, so there we go. It just gives a bit of extra to your white background, basically. Right, so I can attach that now to my card base. I wished I'd used glue now, because then my coloured layer wouldn't be offline, because this is just ever so slightly offline now. Never mind, that way. Never mind. I do prefer to use Tombow these days. I do think it helps me line up better. Okay. And then what you do is you just push back them wings there. Get myself a glue dot ready, and I'll do my sentiment. And I do have it mounted here already. It says "To a Wonderful Friend," and it is from the Dragonfly Dreams. And I'm going to just use Berry Burst again. So I'm just using the same colour throughout. It just takes some of the, you know, you don't have to think as hard if you just use one colour. You know, sometimes we just want something simple. If you're doing a swap, or you're creating in, you know, in bulk for a craft fair, or, you know, you don't want a complicated card with lots and lots of processes. Okay, so I'm going to cut this by eye now, by my wonky eye. So can't guarantee that this will be straight either. Never mind. It is difficult when you are filming to get, you know, because when you're not filming, you just do it again. But I can't edit. I just simply can't edit. It's as simple as that. Don't know how to. So if you do something wrong, I'm afraid you're getting it. What's and all. Right, so I do find that if I make sure I'm putting it on a piece of card that's already cut straight to start with, and put it in a far corner, then at least 2 of your edges are straight, and it just does make it easier for you. So I'm going to just cut there and cut there. Is that straight? That bit's not very straight. That's alright for me. I'm going to attach it with, I'm not using dimensionals for this today. And then I'm just going to put it kind of central, but leaving myself a nice increment on the white part there. Like so. Then you just get your lovely dragonfly. And if you push the wings back, you'll get the flat part there of the body. That's where you want your glue dot or your Tombow. I'm using a glue dot for now. And then I'm just going to attach that there. And the wings will stand up like so. And then I'm going to attach some of these. Where is my pokey tool? Nowhere to be seen. I'll have to struggle. I do prepare before I start filming, and I think I've got everything that I need, and then you realise something's missing. And the disaster that is my desk this week. It's just one of them, innit? Hard lines I'll have to manage. Right, so I'm going to start with a larger one. Now these go like from dark to light, so I'm going to leave these darker ones here for if I do a fresh fig project. So I'm going to go for this one here, which is just slightly lighter, and I'm going to go down in sets of 3. I just think sets of 3 for some reason just are nicer. And then I'll do a smaller one there, like so. And there we go, we're done. That is a really easy card to make. As I say, I did do one in the Lemon Lime Twist, Fresh Fig, that is Powder Pink, another one in the Berry Burst, and Tranquil Tide. So whatever colour you prefer. If you're not a pink person, you might like green. If you're a green person, you might like the darker purpley colour. Colour to suit everybody. Real easy. Hope you'll have a go. Don't forget to check out my blog with more details on this project at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow. Bye.